Hey everyone, it's Rachel, and today I'm going to finally sit down and give you a health update. I didn't really update you since the Holter monitor situation, and there hasn't been a whole lot going on, but I have had another appointment since then where we think we got to the bottom of things, and if not, then I'll definitely be updating you on here, as well as making another appointment with the cardiologist. So that we can really see how things are going. So I'm just gonna jump on in and give you the update as it happened. So I told you and showed you that I wore a Holter monitor for 24 hours, and then I turned that in the next day, obviously, and they read it and they took a while to get back to me, but there was the weekend in there, so you know, wasn't too bad. So then they called me back finally, and they said they didn't see any arrhythmia on there, meaning that I shouldn't have any major heart issues. There was no arrhythmia that they could see, so great. But my resting heart rate is too high. I average a resting heart rate between 101 and 105. They would really like to see resting heart rates in the 70s and 80s. So they want me to get my resting heart rate down. So they referred me over to a cardiologist. So then it wasn't a full week, but it was, you know, a few days out. We made the appointment. I don't remember what day they called. Not really important. So then I went and I saw the cardiologist, and he was asking me through my symptoms, and we checked my oxygen level, my pulse, and my blood pressure, because all three of the, not the oxygen so much. I had one day where I was really low on my oxygen and it was really weird, and it was only for like an hour and then it went back up. So that was a little strange, but my blood pressure and my pulse have been really weird. So we've been like monitoring that, and I've still been monitoring that at school and here at home. And so they checked all of that, and I was really concerned that they were going to find something more when I was there, because it was whatever day I called to get the results, I was not feeling well heart-wise, and it was making me feel very nauseous and very hot, and I had to leave work early. My sister actually had to go and pick me up because I couldn't drive, and my heart rate was 166 and climbing. So we had to very quickly lay me down, find ways to get my heart rate down, and it finally went down into like the 110s, 120. I think the lowest it did down was 99, and went right back up. So that was a little scary. I was kind of approaching heart attack levels there. So on my appointment day, I was having, my blood pressure was actually pretty good, and my pulse was higher. My pulse was in the 130s pretty much consistently, even when I was at the doctor. So doctor came in, he was asking me my symptoms, and I was telling him sometimes I get real lightheaded and dizzy and feel like I am going to pass out. I haven't actually passed out in a really long time, but I have done it before. But I haven't done it in a while yet. I'm gonna knock on wood behind me. Yeah, and I get nauseous and I feel my heart racing, and it's not fun. So then he looked at my numbers and he said, okay, so we're gonna do an orthostatic check on you. So the nurse came back in and she hooked me up with the Vioxx hookup they put on your finger that reads your pulse, and the blood pressure cuff. And I was in this like reclining chair, so they had me lay all the way back and they were checking it, and I was I think 103 was my pulse at that time. And my blood pressure was like 110/85 or something like. It was pretty good. And then they sat me up, and my blood pressure dropped a little bit. It was like 110/82 or something. Like, it was still pretty good. And my my pulse went up higher. I don't remember the exact number it went up to. And then they had me stand up, and my pulse jumped up to 138, and my blood pressure was like 110/72. So they weren't too concerned about my blood pressure, because that kind of correlates with what your heart is doing. So we're talking, and he's looking at that, and he was drawing me pictures and diagrams, and basically he said, based on these numbers here and what you're telling me you're feeling, I believe you have PoTS. PoTS stands for Postural Orthostatic Tachycardia Syndrome, which basically means my heart is just, it's pounding too fast. It's working too hard. And hi, this is me editing in the future. I also forgot to mention that PoTS really affects the blood flow, which is why people tend to get lightheaded and dizzy and pass out. It can also cause some discoloring in hands and legs and feet, anything below the waist. So there are certain like elevation things I'm supposed to like also try to do that can help. So yeah, I just wanted to jump in and also throw that in because I realized I didn't say it. And there's no real reason why it happens, and there isn't a whole lot medically on a procedure side that can be done to fix it. There is medicine they can give you, but he doesn't want to start me off on that right away if it's something I can learn to manage on my own. Because I think the medicines that they give you are pretty much beta blockers, and he doesn't want to put me on a beta blocker right now. I'm 24. So I think he wants me to try to manage it on my own, and if I can't, then we'll just see how it goes from there. So basically, I have to be really careful changing positions and bending over and standing up again. Because when I change positions and even just sitting still and doing certain things, I feel that way. I've had a really bad day today with that. I've been really lightheaded and floaty and all that fun stuff today. Pretty much all day. So I've just been kind of trying to take it easy, but I did push it pretty hard this morning. I'm off today. So I was cleaning the house and trying to get things going because I had a day off, so I was trying to take advantage of it, and I need to learn to slow down. So to be careful doing that. They said it's called a sinus something. Let me try to look this up real quick. It's sinus tachycardia is something, inappropriate sinus tachycardia, which is why I was seen. And basically my heart rate is pumping too fast when I change positions and when I try to do too much. There are different things that can bring it on. They're linking it to Lyme disease, certain tumors, anemia, and stress, and I think there's another one. I'm kind of thinking in my lifestyle, mine is probably more triggered by stress. Hi, me again. I also forgot to mention that when I was doing my research, it can also be brought on by head injuries, and if you don't know or don't remember, I had a concussion a few years ago. It's pretty bad, and I have post-concussion syndrome now. So that also might have something to do with it, but I know that stress is also playing a major part in how I'm feeling, so yeah, forgot, which is very relevant to what I forgot to say. basically it's just a disorder. It's something I have to learn to manage on my own, and I'm working on it. So what he told me is I have to drink a lot more water. I have to stay very hydrated. I have to increase my sodium intake during the day, which helps with the water situation, I guess. There are certain exercises that I have to do, but I have to be very careful not to wear myself out while I'm doing them. Supposed to try to get more sleep at night, but that's really hard for me to do. I have to manage my stress levels, so working on just chilling out a little bit, taking things slow. Yeah. So basically, we're gonna try with a lifestyle change first and go from there, which we'll see. I haven't tried it long enough to really know if the effects are there, but I do know that I am very, very worn out today. So I'll keep you guys posted, but basically he diagnosed me with PoTS. I had to do some research on that, and I'll make a separate video about how I'm feeling and why I agree with the diagnosis, but also things that don't line up. But I feel like for the most part, after doing my own research on it, I would agree with the diagnosis. That's not to say there isn't another issue going along with it, because I do feel like I do have a little bit of arrhythmia that the Holter monitor didn't pick up, because it doesn't happen every day. So we'll just see. I'll try the lifestyle change and see if that helps, and if not, then I'm going to be making another trip to the doctor. I'll keep you guys posted. Stay tuned for the other video about the symptoms and the signs and all that stuff that I think really align with me and make a lot more sense for why I sometimes feel the way I feel. So thank you so much for watching. Sorry, this is a very long-winded video. I wasn't intending it to be this long. But thank you so much for watching. Let me know what videos you would like to see in the future, and I will see you in another video. Bye!